Hello, collective, and I would like to say welcome. We have made it to June. That last full moon did what it needed to do. If it didn't, it is currently still in effect in the sense of where you may be clearing out some of the things that no longer served you. It was a good way to release things, people, places, timelines. Old versions of yourself has been shedding. And now you are walking into something that is for your highest good. Please be mindful, because there are some things that are coming to the surface. And they're just trying to really dysregulate your nervous system in the sense of where if it can have you emotionally attached, it will. So be mindful of what it is you're picking up right now heavily. Ooh, you get the Ace of Wands with the Seven of Swords that came out in the reverse. So that's what I'm saying. You're making sure that you are understanding some things happen, delays, but you are being divinely guided when it comes to something. Moving with grace here and making sure you're being strategic with how you are moving and what it is you're working on. Some of it maybe feel like you're working in secret when it comes to something. But you know that that's what we do here. We are finna get into this. So, welcome to K's Intuitive Messages. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also follow me on Patreon, where I do a deeper dive into the energy for more intuitive sessions. And I am also on TikTok at KH Tarot, which will be in the description below if you need to contact me as well. Any information will be needed that you need will be below. We're going to first start off with a healing oracle message. I want 2 of them. We have affirmation, red here, root chakra activation, affirming your root chakra. I listen to myself and acknowledge my needs. I assert myself and retain my power. I am brave and gentle. I don't have to be afraid of others. I respect myself and I am respected by others. That is good. Then we have, what is that? The calm. Affirming the calm. I breathe, I live, I grow the light within me. I do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. I cast off my doubts, all my fears dissipate, and I find peace within my inner being. So this is grounding, this is tranquility, this is making sure you're resting. So affirming this calmness, affirming this inner peace, this inner sanctuary, this inner love that you are creating for yourself. What do I want to... Okay, I'm going to do a chakra card. I'm going to do the chakra cards. I'm going to do a 4-card spread that I usually do for the shadow. So the first one would be, what is your energy? The second would be, what is the energy around you? The third would be, what do you need to do? And the fourth would be, how can you alchemize and or transmute the energy? So the first would be, what is your energy? Okay, you still got 2 that came out. You got growth, and then you have complacency that flips in the reverse, which is good. And these are both, green is the heart, which we got that one last time, I want to say, on the last chakra card that I did. And complacency is the root chakra, which is red, and it's in the reverse. So that means that you're coming out of this complacency energy and you actually are growing. So your heart chakra and your root chakra will be the focus when it comes to your energy. What is it that you need to focus on? Building a stability, a foundation for yourself, getting out of this complacency energy, learning to bounce back as much as possible, to overcome, to grow, whatever it is, to nurture these things, to get back up. Now, the energy around you, I'll put that up top. Now, that's just too many. But I'm going to keep them. You get quest, impatience, and impasse that comes out here. Now, 2 of these is the energy around you, and I'm getting, these 2 are giving spirit guides in my opinion. And then with the impatient is also giving more of a spiritual energy around you. So this is what's going on around you. This is the things that we don't always see in the 3D. So reach out to the divine as much as possible. And then the third, I said, what is it that you need to do about this? And then I'll clarify these in a second. What is it that you need to do, and how can you alchemize it? So what you need to do is you get perseverance, and then for alchemizing and transmuting, you get, give me one more, Spirit, you get dissipating. Okay. For transmutation. So what is going on around you? So you're being rerouted on a path here. There's a heavy reroute that's going on, whether this is an internal or whether it is actually in the physical, it is already manifested. But you have perseverance here. That is you pushing through. And once again, you are divinely guided to do so. Here, you have your wings, and it's kind of like they are detached. You have released whoever, whatever, this old version of you. You're being called to come out of the cold. She has a red dress on. You are grounded in this, and Spirit is saying that I got you. Just let go of that. The impasse is you being rerouted for your safety. And so it's kind of like you're releasing something that you've been holding on to when it comes to your sacral chakra, whether, it's related to something that has happened to you in the past, my condolences, or whether you have picked up something based on the root chakra here, as in something that was passed down from a family member, especially like a mom. If your mom went through a lot of trauma and she passed those down to you, you have been experiencing that life. And then what it is that you can do, you have dissipating here, which is your solar plexus, which would be you confidently showing up, which is your inner power, which is the willpower to move forward. So you're going to show up for this by actually pushing through. So you're starting at the root chakra and you're working through your sacral chakra, and then you're getting to your solar plexus and the heart. Around you is something will be given to you from the divine via your throat chakra. Heavy on that, so it'll be you speaking up for something on this next quest, you using your voice when it comes to this, you actually calling out to the divine for the things that it is that you need help on, so that you can get more out of this complacency energy and actually turn into, or actually alchemize the things that it is that you want in this lifetime for yourself as much as possible. Okay. I like that. It's something that you need to sit with. You're going to have to meditate on this one. You will know your situation way better than I will when it comes to whatever it is you need to release, so that you can actually have this new beginning. Whether it is a soulmate with abundance up under that. Whether it is a soulmate that you want, or you do want a relationship in this lifetime, where there's just you actually just knowing who the hell you are. It's more than enough. But that is what you have when it comes to your shadow work or your chakra message. And of course, you can always check out my Patreon, which is where I do the deep dive on these pools, where we go deeper into this. It is behind a paywall because I intentionally give you questions, worksheets, all of those things is on my Patreon. So why, yes, I put the work in, you're going to put the work in. You get one-on-one sessions as well over there on my Patreon. So let's get a energy check in. Let's see, overall energy. What is it that the collective needs to know, Spirit? What is it that the collective? Page of Swords. Okay, some type of aggressive communication. What is this Page of Swords about? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, something is going in someone's favor, but not in the way. Okay, so it could be family that wants to reach out about a situation. There not too happy about something. Someone's not too happy about this Wheel of Fortune. They're coming to speak something to you. Ooh, coming fat. Knight of Wands here. So someone is aggressively speaking on somebody, on something. What you're working on. What is it that you're trying to obtain? Yeah, okay. All right. All right. There we go. You get the Two of Wands here. So something is going in your favor, and someone is trying to come and speak someone is trying to come and clear something up, speak something to you. But what is this about? What is this communication that's about? What is this communication about? King of Wands, fire sign. It's heavy on the fire out here. You could be the fire sign, or the individual can be the fire sign. So a King of Wands and a King of Swords have been communicating on something. These are people from your past that has been communicating on something that you've been working on. They didn't know who you were, and now they're having to sit with something that they spoke about on you. Shoot, they don't like that. Oh, they big mad. I can't make this up. Wait a minute. You get it? I can't pick the card up because of my nails. I can't get it, y'all, but it's the World, and then you get the Nine of Pentacles here. Oh, wait. Yeah. So it's the World with the Nine of Pentacles here. So these individuals have been speaking on your finances. Maybe you show up online on something. You've completed out a cycle and you've closed out this cycle. So this Wheel of Fortune is everything that they have spoke about who you are and what it is that you've been working on. They're seeing exactly who you are. The Hierophant has been coming out. So this is where it's like, maybe you have an ancestor or a spirit guide that has been blocking this communication from coming your way. Or like this is someone wanted you stuck, complacent from your past. Getting back to that energy, wanted you in a dissipating energy, wanting you not to show up, wanting you to not be in this King of Wands energy. They wanted you in hermit mode, but unfortunately, no, you show up. You show up. Yeah, the Queen of Swords here. It's a lot of individuals that has been speaking on you, I can say such. Yeah, they've been speaking. They've been working together too, whoever these people are. The Three of Wands. It comes out in the reverse though. So of course these are people from your past that have no way of actually connecting to you with this Wheel of Fortune. They are cut off from communicating you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So whether these are people you used to work with, Knight of Pentacles. There's some slow moving energy when it comes to something. Three of Wands is like the forward movement. You're actually taking the initiative. The Knight of Pentacles. So that's what I'm saying. Someone has been stopped from coming towards you. The stars here, they literally cannot get to you. Whether it's been energetically, whether it's been the way they've been speaking, they can't get to you. They have actually wasted too many, it was a show where the lady was talking to Papa Allegra, and he was like, you better hurry up and get back, because being in hell is like a long time. And she was like, what you talking about? It's been 5 minutes. And he was like, the time in hell is different. So like people don't be realizing that they'll be sitting in misery and in pain and agony for so long to where by the time they try to come back, it's too late. It's too late. You somebody else. It's too late. You can't come back. You can't come back. You can't come back. You know what I'm saying? You got the 9 here. So that's what I'm saying. Somebody didn't want to invest in somebody. They didn't actually see them as their person, because whoever this King of Swords is that's been speaking on, like this King of Swords was speaking to a King of Wands, and a Queen of Swords allowed all this to happen though. Setback, didn't say nothing, didn't do nothing. Okay, so the Sun with Temperance here. More fire. It's heavy on the fire signs out here, I can tell you that. So that's what I'm saying. Whether you are the fire sign, or this is a fire sign. Temperance is what? Cancer. So it's like something in Leo season. Cancer season will be coming back to you, whatever this Wheel of Fortune is. It will be bestowed upon you as much as you continuously push forward and go for these things. The Knight of Pentacles is saying that it is going to be slow, but you are coming up out of this energy. You just really need you to just show up for it. You have completed a cycle. You have closed out cycles. You may have been shedding so many layers. Of course, you may not see it because you are in this energy, and it's like you're having to notice, like you feel this. But the way it is coming up off of you with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, not the Three of Pentacles, but the Three of Wands in reverse. So you do be able to move forward. So I'm saying you are the page. You are these two pages, or you were the Page of Swords that they were speaking on. And with this Wheel of Fortune, maybe things did affect you because of the simple fact that you just didn't have as much guidance, strength, or whatever the case may be. But then you do have this Knight energy, so you do have some compassion, some ambition to move forward. But because you may have been scattered when it comes to how you've been wanting to move forward, it was able to affect you. But this is where it's like you need to be able to sit down, move slowly, making sure you are actually planning things out. The Hierophant that we kept seeing, this is where it's like you are actually sitting down, writing up plans, making sure that you are being very disciplined when it comes to things. And in a sense of where you are doing things by the book. Not in a sense of where it's like, oh, you just reading the Bible, you're just going from word. No, it's just simply you have a routine, you're sticking to that routine, and you're showing up for that. And things do finally come into, you do get to actually celebrate your accomplishments. Spirit is also granting you as much grace and poise that you need so that you can turn this into a materialization in this lifetime, if that is something that you genuinely want for yourself. I seen the Hangman. So Pisces, let's see. Okay, so like I said, you did complete this cycle. You closed it out, right? Why is the Ten of Wands here? Why is the Ten of Wands here? What is that? You get the Page of Wands because maybe you actually are more free than you realize. And individuals who aren't as free as you, they realize that. And so with this Wheel of Fortune, anything that anybody has projected onto you, which is what I'm getting with this Nine of Wands here, that shit is going bad. Yeah, it's going bad. Yep, and you taking what you have and you're moving forward. A lot of times people be wanting you to go through karma, Ace of Wands. And so you complete this, you take what you have, you start back working on the things, and it puts you in your masculine energy. But when people want you to go through something, they thinking that karma is going to hit you the same way, when a lot of times the karma is you were the lesson, love. The things that you put me through was the lesson. That is my karma. Because I actually wasn't supposed to give you even an opportunity or a chance. I was supposed to see the red flags. But because I have such this big heart and I always want to be this person right here, guess where that leaves me? Abuse, trauma, going through therapy. Where does that always leave you? Exactly. But because a lot of times people don't, you have to sit down and learn those lessons as well. And that's sometimes how things hit you. And learning to be able to rest, learning to be able to reflect and get the fuck back up as much as possible is what's going to always help you. So whenever you go through your Ten of Wands, understanding that, okay, what was the lesson that I needed to learn from this? If you learn the lesson, you get back up and you start back learning exactly who this is. Who are you? What is it that you needed to learn when it comes to your triggers, your wounds? Okay, well, how can I work through these, get through this, and start back pouring into the things that I want? And the more you do that, you actually start to bring these into the material world by releasing what no longer serves you. And voila, you're going to continue this cycle as much as possible. As much as possible. I do want to clarify a few cards. Oh, wait, no, I'm going to do it with these. I'm going to do it with these because I said, what was this communication about? There's some type of communication coming in. So let's see what this communication is about. What is this communication about? Ooh, chasing. It comes out in the reverse. Pursuit, toxicity, resilience. So they're cut off because you're not in that vibration and or that frequency. Bluff comes out, time, and then realization. That's what I said when I stated about being in hell or even in a toxic energy. When you're in an acidic energy, you don't realize how long you are there. You don't realize. So what is this bluff, exaggeration? There's a mask. Someone's wearing a mask, but it's being revealed. Maybe somebody thought you were going to chase them, or maybe they're realizing that you were not coming back and that you weren't calling. Ooh, you weren't calling bluff. It wasn't a mask. And so they realize the time has passed and they can't come back from this. Whoever or whatever it is that was speaking on you from the past, baby, they can't come back. Look, what's at the bottom? Finality, farewell. 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 Get one more. We got cloudy judgment. Illusions unbalanced, distorted. Second chance, opportunities, making amends. There is a cloudy judgment. So there is some type of communication, whether you get this via dream, spiritually, once you clear your mind, however the case may be, there is something that is coming through that is trying to get to you. But this is where it's just honestly, if there is anything from the past or a person that you do want back from the past or you would like to grow with, hey, by all means, sit your ego down as much as possible. You can always go back. But if there's nobody from the past that you know that you don't want to deal with, or you learned your lesson and you understand that they only dim the light, and they're not someone that you can see a future with, don't go back. Don't go back, love. Don't continuously loop back in that cycle. But that is the message that I have for you guys. I will end with the angel message. And I would say check out my Patreon for the full intuitive sessions. This is where I just want to come and give us an energy check-in. And I will see y'all in the next one. Raise or promotion. Congratulations. An increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Congratulations. Whether this is a new spiritual assignment, whether this is you just mentally growing, whether this is a financial, but abundance comes in multiple forms, shapes, and fashions. So just realize whatever the case may be, you are growing out here, you are evolving, and the more you evolve, the more you're going to learn and the more things you are going to go through and experience in life. But just get back up after everything that you do go through and teach somebody else how to get through it as much as possible. We're not going to keep holding on to things, people, places that do not want us to hold on to them. There are some people that you live probably rent-free in their mind because they don't know how to do the internal work to not only love themselves, accept a lot of the things that they have done to others, but how they played a part in any of this. So yeah, what did J. Cole say in the song? He said, the world's a stage. I just play my part. Kenny Lofton, how does it feel? But that's actually good. I'm gonna go and listen to that. I'm finna go to the gym so I can clear the rest of my sinuses out. They was cutting grass the other day and I had my window open and I was in the middle of a nap before I did my hair. I had washed my hair, so my sinuses is like, why would we do all of that? So anyway, but quick message, energy check-in. Happy Friday. We've made it to June and I will see y'all in the next one.